What is up, everybody? It's your girl Gigi the Master Manifester, and I am back with another video. So today I'm super excited. We're going to be doing a pick a card reading. So this reading is going to be why you're still single. Okay, so I'm going to be getting insights into what's going on in your love life. Obviously, this is a pick a card reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. With pick a card readings, I'm going to show a video that's going to have 3 different decks. Choose a deck that you feel called to choose. Okay, you can close your eyes for a couple of seconds. You know, take some deep breaths and say, why am I still single? And whichever card or whichever object comes to mind, that's the one that you'll choose for this message. Okay, I am shuffling the music to play music during each card 1, card 2, card 3. So you can know the energy as well as what spirit is saying in regards to why you're still single. So pay attention to the lyrics and the music. I'm gonna go ahead and light my incense. Okay, so again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1, which is the Ankh. So we got the symbol right here. That's the symbol you chose. I'm going to set it to the side or up here. So the tarot card that you got is the Emperor. I believe this came upright. So you got the Emperor upright, which represents respect, leadership, stability, structure, rules and power, authority, father figure, protection, control, discipline, focus, and practicality. So most of my audience is women. I'm gonna be honest with you. To get the Emperor, that means you're in your masculine energy. So you wanna really focus over the next 30 days, just focus on doing things for self. Try not to be so much in the energy of being in control of things, okay? So if over the next 30 days you could take a back seat on certain things, whether it's in work, whether it's in your personal life, or if you're dating someone, I'm gonna give you a scenario. So let's say you're dating someone new. This guy, you know, he's saying he wants to get to know you, take you out, or whoever you're dating. Don't allow yourself to get into a situation where you're the one having to plan dates. You're the one having to pay for dates. You're the one having to ask somebody, where do we stand? Or how did you enjoy this? Don't ask shit, okay? Deck number 1, you're gonna have to focus more on being that feminine, okay? Receiving, being in receptive mode, okay? You know, receiving flowers, receiving compliments, you know, all the above. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the oracle cards that you got. So I'll start with these. Let's put this back. So you got passion and friendship. Quit breaking my heart. Feminine energy. Okay, the feminine energy is trying to come through. Then you got the earth element and the I got church in the morning. Okay, so just with these cards here, well, let me go ahead and pull the rest of them so you can like really see the full picture. But I can tell you right now, you need to spend more time in nature to get more grounded. The earth element represents being grounded, stable, being a nurturer, being stubborn, and stable. I think I already said stable. Grounded, let's see. Grounded, long-term planning, nurturing, stubborn, and stable. Shelter, safety, health, down to earth. Practical finances. Where's your emotions? So, you know, if you are a woman and the energy is coming across masculine, you know, I would just say try to focus more on your emotions, okay? Like as a woman, we are emotional creatures. I hate to say it, but we are. Like we're emotional and we should lean into that, okay? Don't let people trick you into, and I'm talking to you specifically, deck number 1. Don't let people trick you into having this hard exterior just so you could say, oh, I'm not getting my feelings hurt, or I'm not, you know, no one can play me. No, put yourself out there. If you really want love, you have to show, you know, that you're interested, but there's a way to do it. to be in a feminine energy and to do it, okay? So you get the feminine energy card, motherhood, nurture, the wise woman. Go get your nails done. Self-love is the best love. Put yourself first. So what I'm getting is you've dealt with a lot of heartbreaks in the past, which is kind of because you have the heart chakra glowing here on the friendship card. So I do think that you need to work a little bit on your heart chakra. You can do a heart chakra meditation. A couple of crystals are coming to mind. If you guys are interested in purchasing, click the link down below in my description box to my metaphysical store and you can grab these crystals. So for the heart chakra, you can do rose quartz, rhodonite, and another good one would be, because heart chakra is green, also pink is associated with the heart chakra. So any pink or any green crystal. So the ones that came to my mind is chrysoprase. Yeah, chrysoprase. Green aventurine, that's the one that I was trying to say. So green aventurine, and also aquamarine is coming to mind too. Even though that's not necessarily a heart chakra stone, I've worked with that one. That's one of my favorite crystals and it works wonders for so many different things. But I feel like it puts you in your feminine energy, but it's a water sign stone, so it helps you to be more in your emotions, which is what you guys need, okay? So even if you've been hurt in the past, you got to just understand, like, that's kind of a part of finding love. Like, you have to sometimes kiss a couple frogs before you can, you know, find your Prince Charming or your Princess Charming, you know, whatever you choose. But what I feel strongly for this group, and we're going to get deep a little bit, but what's coming up for you is, like, I think you're being overly religious. And, you know, coming from a church background, growing up in a church and things like that, we're taught to go after a godly man or whatever. But from my experience, those are the worst ones. Like, those are the freaking worst ones. So I want to really encourage women, especially older women, like, try different ways of finding love. Don't just be in a mentality of, like, I have to find a man that's in church, because, like, let's be realistic. Like, and maybe, you know, that's why you're not finding love, is because you're trying to find a man in the church. You shouldn't be trying to find a man in the church. You should be focused on self-love right now. You should be focused on, you know, loving yourself. And also what's coming up for you is your belief system. What you believe is so important, because what our beliefs are shape our reality. And what we believe is what it will show up. So if you believe that, you know, you're worthy of love, you will receive love. If you believe that you're not worthy of love, or if you believe that you have to do X, Y, and Z for someone to love you, then that's what's going to show up. So I want to really encourage my ladies who come from the background, you know, of, you know, church, and you're leaning more into your spirituality now. You know, it's okay. You're not alone. It's a journey that you have to take. I encourage all Black women to step outside of organized religion, to just explore themselves and try to figure out if that's what's best for you. And you always have the option to go back. But I feel like that's what's stopping you from receiving love. Because you have I got church in the morning card. It says living two lives, denial, religion, vices, and purity. So I think the reason you're not finding love is because you're living two different lives. Like, it's like you're saying you want, it's like, I'm saying this in two different ways. You're saying you want a man, but you're acting like the man. Ooh. Was I too loud? I'm just being real with y'all. Okay? I'm just being real. You can't be the man if you want a man, unless you're a gay man. You know what I'm saying? So you got to step out of that emperor energy and get into your empress energy, because that's this card here, the emperor, the empress energy. Okay? Next, living two lives with the religion and the spirituality. Okay? So form your own relationship with God outside of a religious institution. Okay? Try to really dig deep and figure out your own history. Okay, if you are a person of color, then you really need to dig deep, because there's so much history, you know, in regards to African Americans and the church. And I would just encourage everybody to really, like, figure out what's best for you, but do it through research. Everything should be done through research. If anything is telling you to not research and just blindly follow and blindly, you know, go behind somebody, that's probably not the best option. Okay, so get inside your body. You need to, like, really be inside your body as you're trying to find love, because if you're not in touch with yourself and your own energy, you're going to attract the wrong person. You're going to attract somebody who is most likely a feminine energy, because you're acting like the man. So on an energetic level, that's what I'm getting. All right, so now you got these oracle cards. Set boundaries. This person is coming in to bully and manipulate you and have your way with you. They will leave shortly after feeling like they've won again. So that's the quit breaking my heart. So heartbreak energy. Secret admirer. I have a crush on you. Traits. I can't stand your family. I'm beginning to understand your narcissistic behavior. Why I don't feel loved, understood, or valued as a human being in this relationship. I want out. Twins. Sometimes I switch with my twin and play games with women/men. I have a problem. Now we are both in love with the same person. Get medical records. Carry around that package. I carry around that package, STD, and I don't want you to know. So, yeah, this is what I mean, specifically group number 1. This is exactly what I mean by you're trying to like choose your future based off of what somebody else is telling you to do. So how I was giving you guys the analogy of, oh, let me go find me a godly man. You're just doing that because that's what you've been taught to do. And that's what you may have seen, and you may, perceive that to be the best option for you. But I'm telling you, that's not the best option for you, because what's going to happen is you're going to end up with somebody who is not the right one. Somebody with a STD, somebody who is just, I'm going to say in the sexual department is very like, they're not shy in that department. Like this person loves to explore different things. So even if they're coming across as this nice, sweet Christian man, no, it's not giving that. So you need to steer clear. Okay. It says set boundaries. This person is coming in to bully and manipulate you. So yeah, if you're dating people who have that same misogynistic, and I'm not saying all people who go to church or all men in the church are like this, but I'm just saying this is what's coming up for group number 1. Really pay attention to the character of the people that you're dating. I would say the best thing that you guys can do, and this goes for all the decks, write a petition for the type of partner you want. Be specific about his energy or her energy. Be specific about, your non-negotiables. And, be specific with these things that I brought up. If this person is, not a stranger in the sexual department, that's fine. But you want to make sure, you're not having to look over your shoulders to wonder if your man is with another man or if he with another woman. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to know who you're dealing with. Okay. The next cards are grandmother and magician. So you do have a grandmother ancestral spirit that is trying to step forward and to let you know that you are a manifester, So you need to write a petition. You can specifically write it to this grandmother. She's Native American ancestry. It's a bright skin grandmother, gray hair. Would have died between like the ages of 80 and 81. That's what's coming up. The last cards we got: hiding feelings, connected, family matters, someone is crying, and protected. So this gives me the energy of a controlling man. So I feel like what's in your frequency right now is like you're attracting people that have you, in a heartbroken energy. Maybe you're dealing with people who have kids and you don't want kids. That's what I get, because that's also coming up for this group. Okay. So you're dealing with people who have kids and you don't want to date people with kids if you don't have kids. So this is a lesson I really want to bring home. This is why writing petitions are so important, because when you're attracting love, you never want to just accept whatever's coming your way. Absolutely not. Especially if you're a spiritual being, like people are going to be attracted to you, whether they're negative or positive. People are just going to be attracted to you. They're going to be attracted to your light. So you want to make sure that, because the petition is for you, it's also for God and the universe, but it's for you to be able to look at it and be like, okay, this person does not match up with this. This person does not match up with what I want in this like non-negotiables. And that's what this is saying. Set clear boundaries. You don't know how to set boundaries. I'm not trying to be rude, but y'all don't know how to set boundaries. Like when people are showing y'all signs that they're, bullying or manipulating you or just like having their way with you, you just let them, because you want to feel loved. But I just encourage you not to do that. Like, really dig deep within your childhood trauma and try to figure out, like, why am I just accepting whatever? It's like this energy here. Like, you want to be cared for. You want someone to look out for you, but you don't want, you know, that to get misconstrued, or you don't want that to be, you know, an abusive or a controlling partner. That's the last thing you want. You know, yes, you want love. We all want love, but we want it to be with the right person, not the wrong person. All right, this was group number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and move on to group number 2. All right, you guys, moving on to deck number 2, Why You Are Single. Song that is playing is Ooh Na Na by Sir. So the card that you get is the 5 of Wands. This is a fire sign card representing Leo. Okay. So what this represents is competition, rivalry, conflict, disagreements, strife, and tension. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out all the oracle cards. Sun, Fate. Okay, so the reason group number 2 is single is because, okay, I feel like this group, of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But for my moms, you got to get out the house. Like, I'm seeing you home with your son, and I just don't feel like you have enough free time. Maybe you're a single parent, or maybe it's just you and your, you know, you and your child, and it's just, this is your best friend, or this is the only person you feel you need. Like, I hate to break it to you, like, you're gonna have to try a little bit harder. If you want to find love, it's out there for you, but you got to put yourself out there, okay? You can't let yourself go and feel like you can find love when you let yourself go, because, you know, we live in a vain world. Like, people go off of first impressions, you know? People are going to go off of looks, and you're not an ugly person. So it's time to start showing, you know, the beauty. Okay, there's a lot of fire energy here. You got the fire here, and then you got the twin flame. That's kind of like fire energy. And then as well as the courage card. So the Leo energy is coming up strong because you got the lion. Okay, so for this group, okay, I'm picking up a little bit of like the reason why it's hard for you to date. I feel like you have to figure out how not to be so argumentative. And I'm going to share something with you guys that kind of helped me. You find out so much more about people when you listen versus trying to always get your point across, or always, you know, speak your truth. Like, just listen. You know, if somebody asks you a question, like if you're dating somebody or getting to know somebody, just listen. For one, you want to see if they're even interested in you. Okay, so I used to do this all the time. Like, I'm paying attention to, are you even asking me any questions about myself? Because if you're not, that means one or two things. Like, it means you're not interested in me, or you are interested in me. So obviously, if you're interested in me, you're asking questions. If you're not interested in me, you're not asking questions. That's my logic. And me personally, like, during that time, like, I feel like I used to play a lot of little mind games to really see, like, is this person interested in me, or they're not interested? And like, some people will get offended, you know, if I'm playing mind games or whatever, or I'm quote unquote playing games. But like, I don't make myself easily accessible to just anybody. Oh, you want to take me out on a date? Oh, cool. If you haven't made a plan, or you haven't like asked me or told me where we're gonna go, or, you know, anything like that, you telling me you want to take me on a date, or you telling me you want to do something for me, that does not move me, because I move off action. You know, you can't just tell me something and I'm just going to be excited about it. So no, I feel like with this group here, what you guys want to focus on is listening more than you speak. Okay. You would figure out so much more and gather so much more information if you just sit back and listen. Don't put your foot in your mouth. Stop oversharing things about yourself, because you have the courage card here. So this does give me like, you want to show people who you are. You want to like put it all out there, let them know like what you see is what you get, but you can't go about it like that. Okay. So this is funny because you got the fire and air sign right here, and fire is coming up again. So I feel like the people that you need to try to look to date would be air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. That will work well with your energy. That's what's coming up. This card says there's no such thing as cool when passionate love sets fire to the room. So try to find somebody who is an air sign so they can balance you out a little bit. Okay. I also am picking up for you guys Bible magic. Okay. So go to my TikTok, find my scripture videos, my psalm videos, go to my website. If you want written petitions, I have magical scripture list on there for love, written petitions for all different things. So definitely check that out. But I definitely encourage you guys to write a petition. You need to write a petition for the type of partner that you're looking for, and also write it in the present tense as if it's already happened. So how you're going to word this is, dear God, my positive ancestors, and my spirit team, I'm so blessed and grateful to have received a loving partner. You want to include specific things, okay? Like keywords. Just take keywords from the reading, okay? So of course, take what resonates, but it says instability, exaggeration, overexertion, strife, changes, freedom, loss. So that's the energy of this group here. It's like, I feel so much regret with this group. I feel like regret of like your last relationship. You're not with your baby's father. You know, just feeling like a failure because that relationship ended. Feeling like, am I ever going to find love? You're never going to find love if you don't leave your home. That's one. But also, it's like you want to request specific traits, okay? So if you know you're an argumentative person, what do you want to ask for? You want to ask for somebody who's, you know, maybe they're mild-mannered or chill, somebody that loves your energy, somebody that loves you on your good days, loves you on the bad days. Not as two butterflies out here fluttering and fighting outside the window. Not fighting, but they're like fluttering, like in a circle with each other. That's so cute. And it's interesting with what I'm talking about. Like the same thing, like I was talking about, like finding somebody who, you know, kind of like will still love you through what people consider like your bad side, which is this side that gets overwhelmed, stressed out. But I feel the reason you get overwhelmed and stressed out is because you're doing everything on your own. So you want to make sure that you're calling in somebody who's very strong, somebody who has a light around them. You could say something like that, like somebody who has just a pure heart. Obviously, you don't want somebody who's a cheater. You want somebody who you're attracted to. They're attracted to you. They have great hygiene. But just you want somebody that's going to love you unconditionally. You want your twin flame. This twin flame will never leave you. A soulmate. Soulmates come and go. So you want your twin flame. So you want to ask for that. I would say if you don't say specifically someone who's an air sign, say someone with great communication. Someone who knows how to communicate with me even when I'm at my worst. Somebody that's going to love me through my best and my worst. Okay? That's what you want to ask for. Also, I did mention the Bible magic, so make sure that you incorporate certain psalms. I have numerous videos on my TikTok, and I have a petition video here on my YouTube channel. I think 2 petition videos and like some petition videos on my TikTok. So check those out. But this is the message for group number 2. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to go ahead and move on to group number 3. All right, moving on to group number 3. This is the labradorite palm stone. Song that is playing, we got Silk Meeting in My Bedroom. I'm probably not going to play the whole song because I do get a little distracted. But the card we got for deck number 3 is the Hierophant. Okay. Then we have Distant Lover, Revenge. Interesting. So why are you single? Decline. Now you broke, fam. You think too much. Freedom, talent, truth, and happiness. Excuse me. So I'm gonna just lay the cards all over. Y'all not gonna be able to see all the cards until I hold them up, but it's all right. Okay, so for group number 3. All right, so You got the Hierophant, which represents institutions, tradition, religion, society and its rules, social approval, conformity, forgiveness, bondage, mercy, wisdom, and trust. So this is an earth sign card. So this is a Taurus. The energy of the unexpected. Okay. So that's the energy that's coming across for group number 3. I feel like for you guys, I would like you to have a little bit more structure and stability in your life. I think your message is kind of similar. It's kind of like a little bit of message 1 and 2. But I want you guys to like step outside of like religious institutions, because it doesn't do well for the things that you really want in life. Like, look around. It's like you don't have love. Like, you're not happy within your finances. You know, you're trying to break free from, you know, mental battles, break free from self-hatred and negative energy. But I just feel like there is a part of you who hasn't been born yet. And I know this sounds weird, but it's just kind of like you've yet to be born. It's like your true self. So I feel like with this group, you guys must have experienced like deep childhood trauma at an early age, because I don't feel like I trust anyone. Like, I feel like for this deck, like a lack of trust. But at the same time, like, I do kind of feel like this group is more churchy. And it's okay to be churchy, but you have to make sure that what you believe in, it doesn't contradict with who you are. Okay, so your belief system, for instance, if you are a Christian, you know, you should be a part of a spiritual practice or a religious practice that does not go against who you are as a person. It doesn't condemn who you are as a person, because, you know, I've been there. I struggled with that growing up. And for me, it's very hard to love yourself when the church is telling you, oh, you're evil because X, Y, and Z. Like, for me, growing up dealing with my sexuality, it's like I struggled a lot with like loving myself, because I was always super religious, because obviously, you know, I was raised down south, so that's the Bible Belt. And honestly, like, a lot of the things that people will be gasping about, of like how preachers talk about homosexuality and all this stuff, like, I heard all of that growing up. Like, I don't even bat an eye, because it's like I heard it all growing up. So I already knew what to expect. It's like it was already to be expected that I would not be accepted in that way. And so I use my own personal experience here just so I can like resonate it full circle. But I just want you guys to like live in your truth. And I don't feel like you guys really know what that truth is. But the first step that you're going to have to take is removing yourself from negative energies. Like, do like a audit on the people in your life. I want you to ask yourself, because this is deeper than a relationship for this group. I want you to ask yourself, like, does this person support me? Does this person love me? Does this person, you know, bring positive energy? If you answer no, then remove that person from your life. Remove that person from your life. I don't care if they're people you know from the church. I don't care if it's people that you've been friends with all your life. I don't care. Remove them, because they don't mean you any good, and you don't need people around you who don't genuinely love and support you. Like, you never want people to be tolerating you just because, like, oh, this is my that friend, or this is my friend, or whatever. Like, don't let people just tolerate you. You want to go where you're going to be appreciated and respected. Okay? That's what I want for this group. So, in terms of finding love, I do feel like you still have a little bit more of self-development, meaning you need to find hobbies that you enjoy, figure out what your talents are, and also figure out what makes you happy. This could be something simple, like, does cooking make you happy? Does, you know, making content make you happy? Does going running make you happy? Like, figure out what you like. Figure out what you like in life. That's kind of like the second step, because I told y'all the first step already. Like, removing people that don't mean you any good, and people who genuinely are not happy for you or genuinely don't like you. And I feel like you will know if somebody doesn't like you. Just, you got to pay attention. You got to open your eyes, not your human eyes, but that third eye. Okay. So also, I feel like this group is going to have to stop dating people who don't live where you live, because you got the distant lover card that's showing up, and also revenge. So I feel like the people that you are dating right now, it kind of gives me like these are not trustworthy people, because right now I'm seeing a person who does not fully love themselves and accept themselves yet. So I know for a fact what you're attracting is somebody that does not have the right intentions. Because when people see, oh, she don't love herself, oh, but she's really pretty, oh, she have a nice body, I'm gonna use her for her body, I'm going to tell her what I know she wants to hear, and I'm going to get what I want. And this is something I learned when I was still dating, back when I was single. People really do prey on you. Like, they'll prey on you. So you have to like really be paying attention. And certain people, especially men, they can pick up when you don't really love yourself. They can pick up on that energy, and they do take advantage of it. They do. Like, they take advantage of it. They try to find ways that they can almost relate to you and talk to you. And I've experienced that personally in Houston, Texas, because you got to think, you got people from everywhere. But yeah, I've seen all different types of like situations and scenarios that's made me really like reflect, you know, over like during that time, like I was really trying to figure out like, why am I still single? Like, but it all boiled down to like, I really have to love myself, like unconditionally. Like, I always loved myself, and I was always like generally a confident person, an outgoing person. But when I moved to Houston, like I went through a lot of soul searching, and like, you know how you hit a phase where you like, who you once were is no longer who you were. Like how you wear your hair, how you dress, everything is just like changing. Everything is different. So you're trying to figure out like, make that transition, you know? So that's what I'm feeling for you guys. Like there's some type of transition where you're trying to figure out like who you are. So I would just encourage you to focus a little bit more on who you are, focus on your heart, figure out what talents you have, what hobbies you enjoy, what makes you happy. But also with this group, remember, focus on your beliefs, okay? Because what you believe is what will show up. And this is came up for each deck. But what you believe is what will show up. If you believe you're worthy of love, you shall have it. If you believe you're, you know, you have to do, if you feel you have to have sex with somebody for them to love you, or for them to care about you, or for them to continue talking to you, you don't love yourself. Because you feel like it's like almost like you're accepting a conditional love, and you don't want unconditional love. You want unconditional love. So I would just encourage you guys to like dig deeper with self. I would say write a self-love petition instead of a love petition like I suggested to one of the other groups. I suggest you guys write a self-love petition. Within this petition, you're going to be writing in the present tense. You're going to be thanking God and your positive ancestors that you found yourself, that you have your self-love, you got your money up. Remember, write in the present tense when you're doing petitions. You're going to write about how you're so happy that you found yourself, and you're so happy that you got a chance to really discover yourself outside of religion, and you figured out what your beliefs are, and your beliefs support who you are and who you're becoming, and not the past, okay? Be happy that you're out of this dark hole. Be happy that you're no longer surrounded by people who are secretly envious and jealous of you, because I'm definitely seeing that with this group. Like, I'm picking up on jealousy, like people hating on you, and this includes partners as well. So I really want to encourage you guys to like understand that you are already free. You know, like freedom starts in the mind. It really does. Freedom starts in the mind, and when you can start to feel better internally, that will start to reflect on the outside. Okay? So I want you guys to like spend some time, you know, kind of figuring you out. If you got to go for a walk, you know, and just like clear your mind, listen to music or whatever you need to do. Is this a big butterfly? Yes. Oh my God. That butterfly was huge. I don't think I ever seen a butterfly that big. Unless that was those two butterflies that was already. Yo. I don't know if y'all can see them now because I don't got the thing on the window. But yeah, these butterflies cutting up out here. But anyways, y'all, I'm sorry. It's just interesting because if you look at this card, you got butterflies just like fluttering. And that's the energy that's going on outside my window. So So yeah, for this group, I just want you guys to really just focus on figuring you out, because I feel like it's impossible to find love when you don't know yourself. Well, it's not impossible. You're going to find somebody, but it's not going to be the right person for you because you don't know who you are. Like, I want y'all to think about that. Like, yes, I know you want somebody to hold you and somebody to love you and somebody, like, I know you want a man. I know you want this. I know you want that. But just focus on getting your money up. Focus on getting your self-love up. You know, focus on, you know, how you can be free or become free in your mind. And I think it's going to start with the beliefs. You're going to have to separate yourself and remove yourself from situations, people, places, and things that do not support you wholeheartedly. Okay? Because remember, it says institutions, tradition, religion, society and its rules, social approval and conformity, forgiveness, bonded, mercy, wisdom, and trust. So you're going to have to trust and lean on your spirit team. You do have a spirit that's stepping forward, because you got the remember me, although I have to say goodbye, remember me. So this is a newly deceased spirit or a newly, and it just depends on who's listening to this, obviously, because it's going to be multiple people listening to this. But there's a spirit who is nearly forgotten. But I feel like what came out of my mouth at first is also it's going to apply for some people. This could be someone who passed away recently, but they want to remind you to not forget them, okay? Their message is music, finding your calling, generational curses, truth revealed, healing, and ancestor messages. So you really want to tune into the messages around you. Pay attention to the spirit animals. I'm seeing blue butterflies, orange butterflies, yellow butterflies. I'm also seeing throat chakra energy. So focus on using your voice. So this could be petitions. This could also be like making content, sharing your story. As I suggested, I want you guys to like remove people from your life who no longer serve you. So that's also throat chakra, like speaking your truth, you know, letting people, like leaving people where they are, leaving people in the past where they are. And definitely stop dealing with these people that are not near you, that cannot do anything for you or provide any type of quality relationship for you. Stop allowing yourself to deal with people who don't have a future for themselves. Okay? I feel like with this group specifically, because you don't really fully know yourself or fully love yourself, and I say this with love, but because you don't fully love yourself and know yourself, you're going to attract somebody who is not even where you are, and you're not in a good place right now. So that says a lot. So you want to date up, but if you don't love yourself enough and you're not taking care of yourself, it's going to be hard for you to date up. Okay, but this is the message. This is for group 3. Thank you guys for watching. This is Juju the Master Manifester, and I am out.